I have a strong dislike for numbers. Don't get me wrong, I'm good at adding to 10, but in almost every single school subject, I have had beef with calculating sums or had whole equations go terribly wrong because of a small mistake my chunky occipital lobe failed to process. In French class, we were learning how to tell the time, and I learned that the French used the 24 hours clock, so that obviously made it harder. At one point, the teacher spoke a time to us in French and asked us what time she had said. And right at that moment, the gears in my brain literally froze trying to translate that to that 12-hour clock I was used to. And I was like, so if 21 is 21, but you would minus 12 because of that 24-hour clock supposed to make it 12 o'clock, but I should be minusing 1 from the 21 because it should make it 10 o'clock, and I don't know! The teacher saw the seriously frustrated look on my face from trying to subtract numbers in the 20s and teased me saying, "You look like you're struggling over there." And I didn't even notice that I was literally staring into the clock's soul while trying to think of an answer. So I was like, I'm trying. Yes, I really said that. That was a few months ago. But why in the chicken nuggets do the French use 24-hour clocks? I have a life to live, and I will not waste it trying to subtract 21.5 from 12. Another subject I take is accounting. I know, numbers. And even worse, there is something about looking at numbers that make my optic nerve hurt. One time, I was doing an income statement, which is something where you need to organize and sum up numbers in the correct order for a business. But my numbers did not add up. I double-checked everything and even triple-checked. And why did I not ask for help when I didn't get it the first time? Well, because I'm a strong, independent young woman. Wise words from my accounting teacher. And besides, I don't like asking for help until I am completely stuck. Turns out, I read a number as 962 instead of 692, and that had messed up my entire answer. Not being able to tell the time on a 24-hour clock was bad enough, but I had literally picked an entire subject for numbers. It was like I had willingly volunteered to dive 50 meters headfirst into an empty pool. But if reading numbers wrong wasn't already bad enough, I couldn't process numbers and write them down. Recently, when I asked my teacher why my answer did not match again, he asked me to calculate the sums of the income statement, but I just couldn't remember or process the numbers that he had said. Alright, type in 8,300, 476. What? 8,300, 468. 83, what? This also happened in science class. We were doing a topic on physics and we were calculating different units for their formulas. So it was perfect that I had a friend in science class who pulled out a solar-powered calculator Whoa. And she asked me to help her type in some numbers for a question. And I was doing fine with the 2 and 3 digit numbers, but as soon as she said a 4-digit number, I had completely forgotten what she had said. She literally said the number 3 times, and I was still struggling to process the verbal information. I still don't know why this happens. Maybe it's a sign that I shouldn't take accounting next year. Sorry, teach. Oh, notice how there's one obvious subject I had not talked about this whole time? Maths. Surprisingly, I'm not bad at algebra, considering the fact that it literally is just numbers with an extra 26 letters of the freaking alphabet. There are also so many rules on the topic that just makes my brain become constipated. Sometimes a single maths concept takes me an entire day to understand because it's just that confusing. But I'm not here to complain about that. I'm talking about statistics. Now, why the heck are we writing paragraphs about the mood of Brittany's dog during different periods in the year? When was our maths graded on our writing and not a specific correct answer like 2x cubed divided by 7y minus 6? Anyways, that's kind of my experience with numbers at high school so far. And why am I gaslighting myself thinking it's definitely not my fault that I cannot subtract numbers from 20 and read them correctly? I do not know. Hopefully you found this convincing enough for you to like or even subscribe. But if you didn't, dislike and tell me why. It's always good to get some feedback. Love you all.